Hey guys, it's Andrea from Grow with another recipe for a broken heart. Also just good if you are feeling that kind of stressed out dessert craving type thing going on, or if you just want a healthy dessert. And we are making chocolate chip chickpea cookie dough dip. And before you go saying, ew, chickpeas and chocolate, wait and see and try it for yourself. It's delicious. It tastes like the real thing. And the awesome thing about chickpeas is chickpeas, you might know, they're high in fiber and they are a plant-based source of protein, which is all awesome. But chickpeas are also high in folate, which is a B vitamin. B vitamins are one of the things that they're good for is helping your body absorb and uptake the neurotransmitters, and serotonin is our happiness neurotransmitter. So chickpeas are good for your mood. More serotonin in your bloodstream. Happy you. Chickpeas also contain manganese, and manganese is really good for your bones, which we all want, but manganese is also anti-inflammatory, and anything anti-inflammatory is also good for your mood. This is also, since it is low in sugar or sugar-free and it contains a lot of protein, it's also good for your blood sugar, which is good for your waistline, having a flat belly. And it's also good for your mood because you won't get those blood sugar spikes and crashes, which give you the hangries. No one wants the hangries. All right, so here's how we make it. You want a rinsed and drained 15-ounce can of chickpeas. I like these Eden organic ones because the can lining is BPA free, so you won't be getting any of those yucky chemicals. You could also use dried and cooked, and it's about a 15-ounce can is about 1.5 cups of chickpeas. So you want to put those in. I am using 1/2 cup of oats. You could go down to as little as like 3 tablespoons, but I'm actually visiting my mom and she requested that I make these with extra oats. So you could go up to 1/2 cup of rolled oats. Put those in. I have my nut butter. This is almond butter and peanut butter mixed. You could just use straight almond butter. You could just use straight peanut butter. The peanut butter will give it a little bit of a peanutty taste, so it's just more about preference. You could also use cashew butter if you wanted to get fancy, or sunflower butter if you were making something for someone nut-free or making it for somewhere that you can't bring nuts in. And so this is 1/4 cup and 1 tablespoon of nut butter. I found that extra little tablespoon makes a big difference. So I'm going to put that in. Ta-da! Really hard for me not to lick the spoon right now, but then I won't be able to talk. Then I've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm using this fun Madagascar bourbon vanilla. Ooh, it's delicious. Then I've got 1/8 teaspoon of salt and 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to put that in there. So far just like regular cookies, except for no butter, and we have the chickpeas instead of flour. Then I've got, for my sweetener, you can use maple syrup. You could use honey. I'm using mostly monk fruit sweetener. Take a look there. It is plant-derived and it is no glycemic, actually. It has no effect on your blood sugar, and it tastes very sweet. It tastes a lot like real sugar. It's derived from this fruit called the monk fruit, and then it's also blended with erythritol. And so just make sure if you're using a sweetener like this that it's non-GMO verified. You don't want it from genetically modified corn. So I have 3 tablespoons of the monk fruit extract that I'm going to blend in. It even looks almost like a light brown sugar. You could also use coconut palm sugar. That would be a good option too. Or if you're not trying to watch your sugar, you could use like a raw, unrefined brown sugar, light brown sugar. I am going to add in 1 tablespoon of maple syrup because I was experimenting, recipe testing yesterday, and I found that 1 tablespoon of maple syrup just really gives it that natural sweet cookie taste without adding hardly any sugar to the whole thing. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. I'm also going to add, just for a little extra flavor boost, this is optional, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of almond extract just to give it that delicious almond flavor. But you could skip that. Then here's my protein boost. You can also skip this as well, but if you're looking to really keep the protein level high, boost that up, which increases your feeling of fullness throughout the day. I am adding 3 tablespoons of this collagen powder, this Great Lakes collagen. Collagen has so many benefits to you. It's so good for you. And it's pure protein, which is one of them. You just want to make sure you get it from a grass-fed source. And it's kind of like wrinkle cream from the inside out for your body. So I'm adding in 3 tablespoons of the collagen powder. Then I have a 1/4 cup of Califia Farms coconut almond milk ready to go. You could use any milk. If you drink regular milk, you could use regular milk. You could use any coconut or almond milk. I'm not going to add the whole thing in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this all up. You want to blend it together either in a food processor, or I'm going to use an immersion blender or a stick blender, which works well like a food processor. And then when you're done, I'm going to check it and see the consistency. If it's real thick, I'll add in just a little bit of the milk at a time. So I'll be right back while I blend that up. Okay, I am done blending. I just tasted it. Oh my God, you guys, I'm telling you, this tastes straight up like raw cookie dough. As long as you blend it really well, you don't want any chickpea surprise chunks hiding in there because that'll blow your cover. You could feed this to just about anyone and they would think that they were eating cookie dough. So I'm just gonna get the last little bits. I just used a stick blender. And I added, while I was blending, it was too dry to blend it as it was, so I added 2 tablespoons of the coconut milk. So you're gonna wanna try that out and see for yourself. I think it really depends on if you use that collagen powder or not, how much of the oats you're adding. And then the last step, okay, that looks good. I'm gonna taste it. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, definitely recommend adding the almond extract. I made it without it yesterday and it tastes way better with it. The last step is adding in your chocolate. I've got 1/3 cup of dark chocolate chips right here. So put those in, stir it up. You could also use any dark chocolate bar. You want one that's at least 70% dark chocolate so that you're getting all the benefits of the chocolate with less sugar and other things added to it. Bonus points if it's organic and fair trade, but these are just Wegmans semi-sweet organic dark chocolate chips. And you want to stir those through. And then I would say a serving size of this is a couple tablespoons. You want to treat it like hummus. You wouldn't normally sit and eat a whole or a half a tub of hummus, although I have done that. So no judgment because I've done that myself, but I wouldn't recommend it. And to serve, you want to take just a couple, just a little bit. Here's what it looks like. Looks like cookie dough, tastes like cookie dough. And I have not baked this yet, but this batch I'm actually going to experiment with baking like cookies. So I'll let you know if that works out and be back with chocolate chip chickpea cookie recipe. I hope you enjoy your healthy dessert. If you have a broken heart, I hope it's on its way to healing. Grow happy, grow healthy.